Hi everyone, apologies it's been a while since my last video, but today I have a brand new video for you. This is a customised SaberForge Prodigal Son hilt. It has been externally modified by me to closer resemble the V2 Luke Skywalker prop from Return of the Jedi. Now, I originally made a video of this a few videos back, which I will put the link in the description so you can take a look back at that, or what this used to look like. Anyone familiar with the hero version of Luke's lightsaber from Return of the Jedi will know that it is generally clean looking. It has these sort of copper accents on it, and it has a control box rather than a clamp. Now what I did is I removed the original SaberForge clamp, which is the hero style. Has the sort of copper circuit card, black and copper lines, and I've replaced it with a Graflex clamp. This Graflex clamp is from Roman's Props. It's a replica of the original clamp, and inside here is a Return the Jedi style clamp card. This is by Sloth's Furnace. These are hand soldered, and this is a replica of what was used on the original prop. Now this clamp, whilst largely the same, a Graflex clamp used on the prop, those who are more in the know about the details of the V2 prop will realise that the lever arm is the shorter version. On the actual prop, the lever arm is longer. It's sort of more curved and curves down here. Now I'm happy with the lever arm being this length. I honestly don't mind. So that's a personal thing. I know people prefer the longer arm, but this is fine. What I did is first off I painted. This part was already black, but this was where the copper sort of accent was on the neck. Spray painted it black, and then I took a file to it. Now what I did is I filed pretty hard on it to kind of get rid of as much as the copper colouring as I could. Now the idea is it's supposed to look really weathered. If you look at images of the prop, it is considerably weathered looking. A lot of the sort of paint, or what I assume is paint, has chipped off. And this was the style I was going for here in this section, and up here by the emitter flange. Spray painted and then artificially weathered with a file to get down to the bare metal. I studied a few of the photos whilst working on this to try and get it as close as possible, especially when it comes to the emitter flange here, where you have these kind of, I don't really know how to describe them, but the black sort of paint or scorching or whatever you want to describe it as along the flange. I tried to get it as close as possible. Same thing really, spray painted it lightly and then just chipped and filed away it very lightly on here. I didn't want to damage the metal too much underneath to get this nice kind of weathered effect. The grenade grip section remains the same. Down here, same thing again, black, and then I decided to weather it, or take a very small file and chip away at it to kind of get it to match the photos as closely as possible. Now the proportions of the SaberForge Prodigal Son aren't quite the same as the original prop. This the sort of pommel here is a little bit more bulbous on the actual prop, or replicas that look like the prop a bit more closely. It's a bit thinner, maybe a little bit longer, and of course it has a D-ring. It doesn't have this tri-ring, but I'm not really bothered about it. It's fine the way it is. As I said earlier, I'm just trying to go for a kind of closely resembling, not an exact replica anyway. And then just some additional kind of artificial weathering, just using spray paint, and also shoe polish, boot polish over it, and then a clear sealant, enamel, whatever you want to call it, over it. Creates this nice sort of scorched, dirtied, kind of speckly effect on it, and it doesn't rub off on the hands. Once the sealant is completely dry, it stays on. And I also just took a file to some of the metal as well, just to make it look a little bit buffed. I didn't really want to weather the clamp though. I kind of like how the clamp section is nice and clean, and definitely don't want to weather the board. The board is fantastic, absolutely fantastic work by Sloth Furnace, which I'll leave a link to in the description for Roman Props and Sloth Furnace if you want to have a look at their products on their site. If you'd seen my previous video, you would know that this lightsaber had been customized prior to this particular project. Last time I did a crystal chamber inside. Nothing has changed. Still unscrews, slides open. Now it's a little bit dark in here, so we probably won't be able to see it very well, but it's the same crystal chamber as before, the same design, except this time I decided to just dirty it slightly with the same material, the same paint, boot polish, what have you, as I did the exterior. Just wanted to match the inside with the outside, so it's got a kind of worn, dirtied kind of look to it. You can just see it's pretty dark, but it still illuminates. Unfortunately though, at this time I haven't actually finished. You could say this is still a work in progress. I haven't completely finished the switch on it. Before you could click in the control box and it would illuminate the chamber. Now it's a little bit trickier with a clamp. I haven't quite figured out a way of doing it, but inside this hole here is where the original switch still is for the LED inside. Unfortunately at the moment I have to push a narrow tool in there to click the button and to get the crystal illuminated, but it's not really a big problem for me at the moment. I treat this as a display piece anyway, so illumination is just a bonus. Screws back up, nice and tight, solid piece. Credit to SaberForge as always, because their hilts are very well made, very sturdy, and none of that sturdiness or strength has been sacrificed here at all, because this is just an external cosmetic customization, really. There's nothing too major that I've done to it. It's just a custom paint job, really, when it comes down to it, plus a new clamp. And I'm very pleased with how this turned out. And one more thing, on the original prop there is a knurled kind of dial or knob here. I haven't bothered adding that for two reasons. One, I really don't want to drill into this, and two, I haven't found a sort of knob that would suit it, at least not within the variety of parts that I have, and I don't really, like I said, I don't want to drill into it, so I haven't bothered looking for one because I think it's fine the way it is. It's a V2-Style customization, not an exact replica, but V2-Style, the weathered style. I'll just run from the end there, along here. There is the card up close. Very nice card. I really like the these sort of golden contacts here. It really complements the sort of silver of the rest of the hilt. Graphics clamp, replica, lever arm. Lower section here with the chipped off paint and the pommel. This doesn't have sound, of course, but all the SaberForge Prodigal Sons, from the empty hilts all the way up to the hero tier, I believe, of course, will have the cut grooves for the speaker. Tri-ring. So that's that. Really liked how that's turned out. It looks great on a stand on my shelf, and yeah, really pleased with it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, a comment, or please subscribe. If you'd like to see any more images of this lightsaber or my other works or my other collection, follow me on Instagram. I'll leave a link in the description. And thank you for watching. May the Force be with you.